Can you get obscenely rich in a bull run? Let's find out. Let's start with Bitcoin, the most successful asset in history. Its value, up by a staggering 7.7 billion%. Yes, billion. In the last bull run in 2021, Bitcoin surged from $3,500 to $69,000. So, do you think it's possible to get obscenely rich in a bull run?
Before we dive into strategies, just a quick but important reminder. This video is for informational purposes only. We're not financial advisors, and this is not investment advice. Always do your own research and invest only what you can afford to lose.
The prospect of immense profits draws more and more adventurers into the world of cryptocurrency. For you, the goal is simple. Take as much profit as you can. A bull run sends prices skyrocketing, and it's easy to think, piece of cake, what could go wrong? But here's the hard truth. Most people actually lose money in a bull run. How do we know? Because we've been in the game long enough to see it happen. And yes, we went through the same thing initially. We'll reveal our biggest mistake, and the biggest mistake of many others, later in the video. What we can tell you right now is that the most crucial element is a solid strategy from day one, using a proven method that actually works. And that's exactly what we're going to show you in this video. But remember, we're not financial advisors, and this is not investment advice. You'll soon realize that it's not just about Bitcoin. Success begins with the realization that discipline and a deep understanding of the market and its trends are essential. But let's start with the basics. It's easy to believe that rising prices guarantee profits, but many newcomers lose money in a bull run. The biggest mistake?
Letting FOMO, or fear of missing out, drive your decisions. This means they react instead of positioning themselves strategically.
In simple terms, they buy when prices are high. But after every high comes a correction, meaning prices fall. If you don't know the market, this often leads to panic selling. Buy high, sell low. This is how you lose money.
Buy high, sell low. Spot the error.
Buy low, sell high, or buy red, sell green. To succeed, you need to understand how capital flows. Act before the herd. Position yourself in advance instead of following the crowd, because if you only invest in the hype, you'll lose. The true treasure lies in the right strategy. There's a cycle in the crypto world, a flywheel, where money flows from Bitcoin to altcoins of different sizes. If you're not familiar with the categories, we'll explain that in this video.
In the coming months, a lot of new money will enter the market, flowing into Bitcoin first.
Bitcoin holds 60% of the total market share, while the remaining 40% is distributed across countless altcoins. The history of bull runs shows that Bitcoin has always reached a very high market share of 60 to 70% at a certain point. Then, Bitcoin hits a temporary peak, and from that point, the market share begins to fall. In the 2020-2021 bull run, Bitcoin share dropped from 73% to 40%. This might sound dramatic, but it means experienced traders are reallocating profits from Bitcoin, while fresh capital continues to enter the market. Bitcoin's price remains stable, but more altcoins are bought, increasing their market share. Now things get interesting. Here's where the flywheel comes into play. The flywheel means that profits from Bitcoin are reinvested in the strongest, most dynamic large-cap altcoins. In the last two cycles, this was Ethereum. This time, it looks like it could be Solana, as Ethereum has faced some crises. The cycle is therefore, Bitcoin gains market dominance. Money flows heavily into Bitcoin. Funds shift to big caps, Ethereum, Or maybe Solana this time. Mid-caps and small caps take the stage. Knowing this cycle allows you to anticipate which segment will benefit next and position yourself accordingly. The biggest mistake is to buy when it's already too late. But you need to know in advance when and what will rise next. Zeus Network is one of the promising projects with massive potential. It brings Bitcoin onto the Solana blockchain. Bitcoin is slow. Solana is the fastest chain. If Bitcoin can be brought onto a fast blockchain, it becomes a viable payment coin.
The idea is brilliant.
Yes, my dear. So are the contributors. Anatoly Yakovenko, co-founder and central figure at Solana, and Munib Ali, co-founder of Stacks. Their success depends on various factors, including how well they can execute their vision and their marketing effectiveness. A detailed video on Zeus Network is already in the works. Let's summarize the key points. Act before the herd. Buy red, sell green. Position yourself in advance. Understand the cycle. Remember the flywheel, which says that money flows from Bitcoin to altcoins. And don't forget about Bitcoin's market share. When Bitcoin's market share peaks, it's the biggest opportunity in the altcoin market.
If you want to get filthy rich, that's the time.
That's true, honey. Last but not least, set clear goals and write them down. When your price target is reached, sell. To get back to the original question, is it possible to get filthy rich in a bull run? With Bitcoin, you can grow your wealth, but you need capital to multiply it. With altcoins, absolutely. Prices can 10x, 20x, 50x, 120x, but not every coin. Some coins. But remember, huge losses are also possible. Our advice: never put your entire fortune on one card and never invest money you can't afford to lose. The greater the profit potential, the greater the risk.
All right, folks, quick break.
Even though I've got an IQ of 420, bridging the language gap between bullish and humanish can be, let's just say, a bit of a challenge. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's time I teach you a bit of bullish. Let's start with a couple of basics. That means bull run. And that one? That means DYOR. Do your own research. So if there's anything else you'd like to hear translated into bullish, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Always happy to expand your vocabulary. If crypto excites you, then follow the market and keep an eye on it. Practice strategic foresight, because not the short-term hype, but a clear strategy and disciplined decisions are the keys to sustainable success. Then, crypto could offer you an independent life, a self-determined life in freedom. But enough of my wisdom. My team is already working on the next video for you. I'm off to my beach house to relax. If you want to get started right now, check out this video on exchanges and wallets. May your wallets grow heavy, your risk light, and your foresight sharp.